Okay. So I was explaining construction of a decision tree. This was a typical example of a training data set where a company is trying to determine whether it is gaining profit, high margin or a low margin from the sales of different software and hardware products. Okay. So this is the final output that I just now demonstrated. We have information about the class label or leaf node. We have this. Okay, so no doubt about it. So that is fourth column. Regarding the fourth column, we have clarity. And regarding the column number 1, 2, 3, that is age, competition, and type of product. Okay. So out of those three attributes, which attribute should become the root node? Which one should become the intermediary node? And that too at what level? Should we drop any attribute? So answer to all these questions you can obtain by solving problem related to this. Okay. Once again, I'm reiterating the choice of attributes for nodes is not random. Not randomly chosen age to be the root node. Not randomly chosen competition to be at this level. Okay, I have not randomly decided that I will drop the type attribute. This was based on mathematical computations, mathematical models that were available to achieve the same. Now, the first question in front of you, how you decided age should be the root node? Okay, so this is the first question. We will go step by step. Okay, how you determined this? Okay, so that is what I was taking you to that point where there was some issue because of which it disconnected. Okay. Adjust because already I told you I'll be switching between pages. You cannot understand this with a sequential flow. Okay, that is for sure. We need to switch from a specific page to a different page, and this is a bottom-up approach I'm taking. See, this is the deciding point. Already I told you. So what we call as gain. Okay. So three attributes were under consideration: the age. Okay, the first one, competition, and type. Three attributes were there. Among the three attributes, your task was to choose the attribute, one of the attributes as a root node. So we are aware the tree structure, you cannot have two attributes as a root node, it should be only one. So you just, if you observe the values associated with this that we have computed, you will get to know something. What is it? So age is having a gain of 0.6, competition is having a gain of 0.12, and type is having a gain of 0. Now the question is, what is gain here? Okay. See, gain means the attribute which is contributing to in a maximum extent, okay, in the reduction of the entropy. So that is a gain. See, I would try to put it in an informal way. Formal definitions will not reach you at this point. Okay, the attribute which has a maximum contribution to reduce the entropy. Okay, so that is a gain. To put this in this example, okay. For example, what is the contribution of age attribute to reduce the entropy? Okay, by how much it is reducing the entropy? 0.6 means what? It is 60%. Okay, meaning that if I choose age attribute as the root node, 60% of my impurity in the data set will be reduced. That is the meaning. Once again, I'm repeating. See, please be careful and attentive in understanding this. Okay. And you have a continuation of this in the next semester. It is not closing it in this semester itself. Now, coming to the competition. What is the gain of competition? The gain of competition is 0.12, meaning that 12%. Okay, it is 12%. Meaning that, what does it mean? It means that if you make competition attribute as a root node, okay, so it will reduce 12% of the entropy. It will remove 12% of the impurities. You can understand in those terms. Okay. And if you consider type, okay, it is 0, meaning that it is not removing any impurities in my data set. Impurity means, understand, try to understand, it's from heterogeneous to homogeneous. So this is the data we have obtained at some point in the computation. Okay. Now what you understood from this? Which attribute is the highest contributor to removing the impurity in the data or reducing the entropy? Which attribute? Three attributes were under consideration: age, competition, and type. Just now I explained age is removing 60% of the impurity. You can think in those lines. Competition 12%, type is 0. Now who qualifies to become the root node? So I have already explained the attribute which is having a highest contribution in reducing the impurity, okay, or reducing the entropy, will qualify to become the root node. Now in this table you can see it is the age, because 60% of the impurities are being removed. Okay, so age is the qualifying factor here. Now once again, these values were not obtained randomly, it was computed. These are computed values. We'll see how it is done. We'll see that it's part of the problem, of solving the problem. Okay. So hope you are getting the flow here. Hope you are understanding the flow. Okay, please confirm, because I just do not want to proceed without you understanding up to this point of time. You need to be clear with what exactly we are doing here. We are taking a training data and we are constructing a decision tree. That is the first point. Second point, in the training data, class labels are available. You should identify that. Or it may be given in the question itself, no problem. Okay, question itself, they would have specified this is class A, this is class B. If not, you should identify that. Okay, we have done it. Okay, we have completed with the second part, identifying class label. So one of the columns in the training data will be a class label. Okay, we have done it. Step 2, we completed. Step 3. So from the remaining attributes, you should find which attribute should be the root node, which other attribute should be at level 1, which attribute should be at level 2, which attributes to discard. Okay, that is step 3. So we are actually in this step, we are in step 3. We just now understood how it is done. Among the available attributes, the attribute which contributes more for reducing the entropy will qualify to become the root node. So you saw it as the age. Okay, so the age attribute was a major contributor in reducing the entropy. So that is what we called it as gain. It is gain. Major contributor for reducing the entropy is the gain. So that qualified as a root node. Now, how you got the value 0.60, something it was there, 60%. How you got that value? We will see that. Once again, I'm going from the bottom to the top. Okay. So here we have it. Yes. Gain. You can see here, gain of age, okay, is equal to 0.6, meaning that 60%. Here it was determined. How it was determined? We'll go here. We'll go to the previous step. Okay. So gain is equal to entropy of class, okay, minus entropy of the attribute, that is age, entropy of age. Meaning that you need to compute two things to obtain the gain. What are the two things you need to compute? First one is entropy of a class. The second one is entropy of a specific attribute, that is in this case it is age attribute. Okay. Once again I'm repeating, I'm reiterating. Okay. You should compute gain for deciding which one should be the root node, which one should be the intermediary nodes, at what levels. Okay. Gain is the attribute, the factor which is contributing in a maximum way to reduce the entropy. Okay, from a high to a low, from a 1 nearing to a 0. Now, next we went into how to compute gain. Okay, so gain is computed using this mathematical model. It is entropy of a class, meaning that disorder in the class, minus disorder in the attribute under consideration, that is age. Okay. So this will give you the gain for the attribute under consideration, that is age. Okay. So next, what is the next thing we need to do? Next thing is, if you want to arrive at this gain of age, you need to have two values. One is entropy, overall entropy of the class, and entropy of age. So this is my requirement now. This is our requirement. So we should compute entropy of a class. So now we know what is a class. What is the name of a class? So that is entropy of the profit class. Okay. So profit have been identified as two classes: higher profit indicated by up and low profit indicated by down. Okay. Minus entropy of the age, because this is the attribute in question, age. And we'll do the same thing for others also. That is, we'll do it for competition. The next instance, we will take entropy of class minus entropy of competition. In the third instance, we will take entropy of profit minus entropy of the third one, which is the type. We will do this. We will do all the stuff. Now, as part of this step, what we require here is entropy of a class. You need to compute it. Okay. How to compute the entropy of a class? How to determine the amount of disorder that is there in the class? So this is the step. I hope you are following it, or am I confusing you because I'm randomly moving? Please give me your opinion about whether the flow is confusing or it is making things clear. I want your feedback here, because if we are going sequentially, it's a different story. I'm completely changing the sequence here, not to confuse you, to ensure you understand, but I want your feedback regarding whether you are understanding it. Please confirm. Please just type whether things are clear to you, or whether you are getting confused. Any one of you, just give you a confirmation. Okay. Once again, I'm repeating, please give you a confirmation regarding the clarity in the flow, because it's not a sequential flow that I'm taking here. Any one of you, just confirm. If you're not clear with the flow, I'll try to change the strategy. That's it. Okay. Intentionally, I'm mixing the sequence, changing the sequence. So you have to compute the gain for each attribute: age, competition, and type. To compute the gain, we need entropy of a class and entropy of that attribute. Okay. It is entropy of age, entropy of competition, entropy of type. So we have started with entropy of a class. Okay. You should compute how much impure the class is, how much disordering is there. Okay. So this is the mathematical model for it. Next semester, machine learning, you will have learn the derivation of it. Now you do not have any derivation. It is only using the final model. That's it. Okay. So we are computing the entropy of a class. You can see some symbolic representations here. PCNC. What is this PCNC? It is nothing but marked it here. You can see. PC is maybe class A. Okay, up is PC, down is NC. Class B is NC. That's it. Okay, and please note this is log of base 2, not base 10. Okay, base 2. So just count the number of instances of PC and NC and substitute the value here. Okay. So if you count, you can see how many instances of PC you have. It is 5. You can see here 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is what you have in the numerator. Next, denominator, it is PC plus NC. So PC is 5, NC is also 5. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So log, so once again, PC, the same thing will repeat inside the log factor. Okay. So this was the first part in the model. And in the second part, so first part we had taken PC as the numerator. In the second part, NC will become the numerator. That's it. There are no changes in the denominator. You can see it is PC plus NC. Okay, so since you do not have any derivation, you will not be able to understand the significance of this model. At this point, we'll just use the model as it is, as a final outcome. So we are computing the entropy of the class profit. Okay. So the two classes have been labeled as PC and NC. The class with high profit, which is up, is PC. The class with low profit, which is NC, is NC. Okay, so after you do the required substitutions, you will get the entropy value to be 1. What is this? What does it mean? You should tell me. Once again, I'm repeating, I computed the entropy of the class profit. Please note, I'm not computing the entropy of attributes here at this point. You should do it. We will do it. I'm computing the entropy of the class profit. Okay. So my question to you is the final value that we have obtained as the entropy of a class profit, which is 1. What does this indicate? Does it indicate the data set to be in its purest form, or is it impure? Is it a mixture? So already I had explained, 1 indicates a very high entropy because the scale is from 0 to 1, meaning that the class is impure. It is impure. That is the meaning. Okay. So you need to remove the impurity here. Okay. So how you remove it? You will remove it by constructing a decision tree with different nodes. The highest contributor for removing the impurity will become the root, and other nodes will be placed at various stages in the tree. So with this, I will conclude the class because I do not want to overwhelm you with too much content. Okay? So hope you have understood up to this point of time. In the next class, we will see how to compute the entropy of the attributes and how to use that information to obtain the gain that I just now demonstrated, okay, in the table. Finally, we will see how to make a decision about who will become the root node, who will become, who will be introduced as part of level 1, who should be eliminated. So all those things we will discuss in tomorrow's session. Please attend tomorrow's session. Please do not miss the session. It is very, very critical and crucial. See, whatever we have discussed maybe in the last 2 sessions, its direct reflections you will see in the tomorrow's session. Intentionally, I'm not continuing the class now because you should not get confused. Whatever was explained, please go through it once again and with all these basics. So join tomorrow's session. Okay. So with this, I would like to conclude the session. So thank you for your participation. Any queries you can type here, or else you can even message me through WhatsApp. You can call me and have a discussion, no problem. But ultimately, ensure you are clear with the things. So if no doubts, I'll just disconnect. But please join back tomorrow for continuation of this.